Today I'm talking with Miss Bettzi Curtis, formerly of Bettzi and Chris, gold record folk singing duo, very famous in Japan. Bettzi, thank you for talking with me today.
Thank you.
When did you realize you wanted to become a singer?
That's the first time I've been asked that question. And I realized that I never really made a decision to be a singer.
Okay.
It's my gift. I've done it all my life. I never decided to be a singer. I always was a singer. It's what I do.
Okay.
So there was no decision.
What brought you to Japan?
It was a lucky break with a high school group who had traveled out of Hawaii to Japan. First group in Hawaii to travel outside the country as an entertaining group. And we did a Hawaiian show, Maori, Tahitian, Hawaiian, and Madrigal, and Japanese. And Chris and I were part of that group. And the group needed a break in the middle of the show so that the kids could go back and change their costume from Hawaiian to Tahitian.
Okay.
So we just had a little time there to do a couple of tunes so the kids could change. And we did Simon and Garfunkel tunes, or Peter, Paul and Mary, or what was happening that day. And the man who brought us over there, I guess, liked what he heard. And by the following summer, we came back and did the same thing. He offered us a recording contract out of the blue. We had no idea. And got a call back in October of that year and said, you know what, you gotta come back. We got a hit. So we did. And that was the beginning of everything.
One question I'd like to ask, you know, a lot of people, fans of yours, who are going to come see your show, will know you from your duo,
Right.
Bettzi and Chris.
Right.
Do you still keep in touch with Chris?
Oh yeah, yeah. She's been a teacher, a music teacher at Panaha'oli School
Oh, okay.
for a long time. She's an extraordinarily talented musician and just a wonderful person. But we grew up, you know, when we started.
Yeah.
We were 15 when we started, and by the time we were 21, we were very different people. And we had different things we had to do. And so it's really nice to be reconnected, because I have been speaking to her a lot more recently.
Oh, nice.
To get her ideas, and she doesn't have any interest in performing anymore, but we will be using part of the proceeds from the show to contribute to a foundation that we would like to support through the two of us, Bettzi and Chris. And that way she will be able to participate.
We're all very excited about the show. What can people expect from your new show?
Memories of that time that we all shared, you know. It's all a part of our fabric of our lives together, and that's what it's all about. It's about memories of that time. So basically it's going to be songs from Bettzi and Chris, but also both of my children are musically gifted. My daughter sings beautifully, and my son can play any instrument he picks up. So I have written a song with my daughter, and it was inspired by a young Japanese couple that I met at the Hapuna Beach Prince Hotel, which is where I was working up until a few years back. Anyway, I was entertaining their singing, and this young Japanese newlywed couple was sitting there, and they were so beautiful. They were so quiet, you know. They weren't touching, they weren't looking at each other, and they had their hands in their laps, and they were just being, you know, very sweet. And they had these enormous cocktails in front of them, you know. Spectacular, you know. They weren't touching them, but they had everything in it. It was like, they were pink and blue, and they had the pineapple and the cherry and a pink umbrella. And this song came to me. So my daughter and I put the words together, and we recorded it. And so I'd like to introduce that to my Japanese audience, because it was written really for them.
Okay.
And how lovely they were, and how lovely they are, you know. And another song that I wrote a few years back about a sad time in my life, wasn't too bad though. And so there will be a couple new tunes, but mostly it's going to be about remembering those old days and those songs that we all know and love.
So, for people that don't know, you'll be starting your new show at the Prince Hotel here in Waikiki.
Right.
And when does that start?
It starts on March 18th, and it's going to be in a beautiful room. It's very intimate, 100 seats, so I'll be able to get close and with everybody. And the sound in the room is phenomenal. It's wonderful. So it's going to be affordable. There's a drink included, and in the price, and I intend to do my best to make people happy and, comfortable. And I'd like to meet people also after the show so we can talk and remember times there. So it's going to be, I don't know, I think it's going to be a delightful experience for all of us. I'm looking forward to it too.
We are too.
Yeah.
So we're going to have information about where you can buy tickets at hawaiiarukikata.com very soon, so keep in touch with us. Before we finish here, is there anything that you would like to say to your fans in Japan?
Oh my goodness. I'm very grateful to have a chance to come back and see my old friends from so long ago here now. We're all at the same age where our children have grown, I'm assuming. And we are free to be who we want to be. And I find that I really am looking forward to seeing all of my friends from so long ago, now that I have time to dedicate myself to that. So I appreciate the chance to do that. And I'm hoping that everybody will come see the show as often as possible.
Great. Bettzi, thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. Nice to be here.